Welcome back. Looking for a getaway with endless vacation experiences? Look no further than Wilmington and the beaches. Joining us is Connie Nelson, Communications and Public Relations Director with the Wilmington and Beaches Convention and Visitors Bureau. Connie, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
You live in such an awesome place. Everybody from here travels to you. And I want to touch base with something that we're all hopeful that we're getting back to normal, right? I mean, the tan lines for the mask may be gone finally. Before we talk about Wilmington and all the things to do, what is the latest on COVID? And if you're coming to the area, is there anything we need to know?
Well, of course, statewide, most of the mask mandates and distancing mandates have been lifted, although they are recommending that people who have not been fully vaccinated or who are at risk continue to wear masks. So you'll see a mix of people with and without masks. It's a personal choice. There may even be a random business here and there that still requires masks. So, it might not hurt to have one in your pocket. And as the summer goes on, of course, the executive orders may change. We actually have a section on our website, wilmingtonandbeaches.com. On the homepage, there's a red bar with COVID updates. So you can always click on that so you'll know what to expect before you arrive.
Well, let's talk about some of the fun stuff. I know everybody goes to the beach and we go through Wilmington, and oftentimes we don't stop, and we should, because there's a lot of things to do there, isn't there?
Oh, yes, absolutely. And a lot of people do consider the destination strictly a beach town, but we're so much more. One thing that really sets us apart here in Wilmington is our geography. We're actually located on a peninsula. On one side, we're bordered by the Cape Fear River. So you've got historic Wilmington's downtown. We often are compared to Charleston in that regard with a historic district. We're just a little smaller, instead of 5 horse-drawn carriage tours, we have one. Instead of 6 ghost walks, we have one. We also have walking food tours, all kinds of ways to explore the historic district by foot or, by carriage tour, even by Segway. And we also have river cruises, so you can explore from the water. And then on the other side of the peninsula, you have the Atlantic Ocean. And our beach, Wrightsville Beach, which is separated from Wilmington by the Intercoastal Waterway. So, between the ocean, the riverfront, and the Intercoastal Waterway, you've got tons of water sports. And then we also have Carolina Beach and Curie Beach, which are located at the tip of the peninsula. On one side, they're bordered by the Cape Fear River, and on the other side by the Atlantic Ocean. And we have 2 state parks right there, one at Carolina Beach, which is on the river, and then one at Curie Beach, which is the Fort Fisher State Recreation Area. So we are really blessed with a lot of beautiful outdoor areas, beautiful gardens. Airlie Gardens is a world-class coastal garden situated on the creek, just really stunning year-round.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Airlie Gardens. For folks who have never been there, tell us a little bit more about that.
67 acres of coastal Victorian gardens. A lot of history dates back to when Pembroke Jones and his wife owned Airlie Gardens. It was a beautiful showcase. Their home, they used to throw these fabulous parties for all their rich New York socialites and Southern socialites. And so then it was sold eventually to another family, and now it's actually owned by New Hanover County. So it's a beautiful public park. They have some beautiful sculptures, and every summer they have a sculpture exhibit. And so, there's always something new to see with all the beautiful foliage that, the flowers that are in bloom different parts of the year, and the sculptures and beautiful lakes. I mean, it's just really an oasis here on the coast.
Well, and another must-see attraction, at least I think so, is the Battleship. And let's talk about that. That is pretty awesome.
It is incredible. It is iconic. It's an iconic attraction. The Battleship North Carolina is actually celebrating this year 60 years as an attraction here in Wilmington, North Carolina. all those years ago, people across North Carolina, including school children, donated their change to save the Battleship from the scrapyard and bring it here to Wilmington. And we are so fortunate that they did, because it is an amazing memorial to North Carolina military. And you can explore 9 decks of the Battleship North Carolina. They also have a beautiful outside area, the memorial walkway with little pocket parks that are devoted to each of the different military branches. And it is just so beautifully done. And you can learn so much about World War II history and what it was like for the soldiers who served on this ship.
It truly is amazing. For those who have not seen, they really should take the time and see that one attraction. If you're in North Carolina, you're really missing out. Now, you live in such a wonderful area and you have families that are attracted to the coast, but there's lots of opportunities to do things besides just dip your toes in the ocean. Talk to us about some of the classes that are available, like sailing, for instance, for kids.
Oh yes, as I mentioned, with all this water around us, there's so many opportunities to get out on it and explore. And you don't even have to know how to canoe or do a stand-up paddleboard or surf, because we have outfitters and surf camps and any kind of instruction you may want. You can learn to sail, surf, stand-up paddleboard, kayak, canoe, you name it. You can even learn to dive here. And we also have diving outfitters that take experienced divers out. So whether you're an experienced water sports person or not, our outfitters have everything you need. And if you've thought you've always wanted to do it, this is a great place to do it, because, our waves are very comfortable waves, especially to learn to surf, as opposed to maybe out on the West Coast. The water's warm, the waves are usually friendly. And if you don't want to get out into the ocean, we have the Intercoastal Waterway, which is a lot calmer.
Well, I know it's tough to do Wilmington and the coast in just one day. It just is. So how are reservations going for you? And for folks who are planning a trip, more than just a day trip, a lot of hotels, a lot of restaurants, what's it like?
Well, typically from Memorial Day to Labor Day, it gets booked up pretty fast, with family vacations, weekend getaways. But thankfully with the internet, you can go online and explore. This year, actually, there's a lot of pent up demand for travel. So it's even tighter this year than in years past. But there is still some availability, especially if you can travel midweek. But anyway, I would just recommend that everybody, visit our website, wilmingtonandbeaches.com. We have a section, of course, for accommodations. You can click on the ones that are most of interest and, just search and see what's available. All of our properties are very welcoming. They're all still implementing these special protocols. And many of them have participated in the Count on Me NC COVID training program. So, visitors will feel safe when they visit our destination, especially with those places who have gone through the training and are doing the special protocols.
You have 3 beaches in Wilmington. Is there a difference between one versus another?
Each of our 3 beaches has its own unique vibe. When you cross over the bridge to Wrightsville Beach, you immediately see boats on the Intercoastal Waterway, stand-up paddleboarders. So there's this real lifestyle, outdoor lifestyle vibe. Everybody's outdoors running around the loop that encircles the inner island. They're out on the beach, doing things active. And then when you go over to Carolina Beach, it's got a vintage boardwalk. During the summer, they have little pop-up amusements and, rides. So you really get taken back in time in a sense of nostalgia. And they have 5 new murals across Carolina Beach right now, and you can explore the murals, and many of them will take you back to that nostalgia from days gone by. And then down at Curie Beach is very close to Fort Fisher. Curie Beach has a lot of natural beauty. There's one stoplight, one pier, really laid back. But when you get out into Fort Fisher, that's where you've got some of the other state attractions like the North Carolina Aquarium at Fort Fisher. They have a new special otter exhibit. And you've also got the Fort Fisher State Historic Site, the ferry, and Fort Fisher State Recreation Area. So it's just a really family-friendly place to be.
Well, if you wanted to stay close to home for a vacation, we're blessed to be in North Carolina and have Wilmington not that far away. Connie, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoyed today's show. If you have any questions or would like to know more, visit our website at raleighcw.com and myrdctv.com. I'm Bill LeMay, and thank you for watching Community Matters.